Hey there once again, welcome to the Weeb Lounge. I am Nick, and this character spotlight is on one of my absolute favorite characters, our cat girl Hiyori. She starts out as a 1-star, but man does she get powerful. Now Hiyori is one of those characters that you're going to get very early on, and man, she becomes just so incredibly popular. I'll go over that after I go over the skills because there's a good little chunk to say about her. Her first skill, Cat Strike. It's a single target attack. Physical damage. Not much to say about that. Her second skill, Cat Combo. Single target attack. Physical damage. Has a little bit of an attack power increase. Not much special to go into there. Alright, so far this character is very, very simple. Her EX skill, physical attack power gain when she comes out onto the field. That's kind of a given. When she hits 5 stars or higher, it greatly increases your physical attack power, which is kind of a given. Her Union Burst. Hiyori Rush, damage to a single enemy with a little bit of splash to nearby one. So basically, say you have 3 characters on the front field, it'll do single target damage, like massive single target damage to that one, and then the other 2 will get a little bit of splash damage, or whoever happens to be like close by. Now, I have to say early on, this ability is kind of meh, but when you upgrade it, when she hits her 6-star, my God. It turns, instead of Hiyori Rush, it's Hiyori Burning Rush. It's the exact same thing, more or less, but the damage level is increased exponentially. I mean, it gets stupid. It gets stupid. Her damage is, you punch the kitty face thing, you're dead. This is one of my favorite characters, okay, if you can't tell. She's simple, but she's deadly as hell. Now, her special equipment, and this, bear with me here, it's the Nyan Pion belt. Nyan Pion belt. It's champion belt with a Nyan in there. Nyan Pion belt. I bet I shouldn't have done that. It upgrades her Cat Strike, which is her first skill, into a skill that does a little bit more damage and can cause a little bit of splash to enemies around it. You know, almost like her ultimate, how it hits the single target with a little splash. It takes her first skill, Cat Strike, and makes it do that on a very, very small scale. All right, now I have to go see her in action here, because she starts out kind of meh. Yeah, just a little meh. All right, let this go. All right, now early on, you're going to find out that she's actually really, really weak. You're actually going to find it sounds like she should be like this ultimate damage dealer, crazy freaking stupid damage or whatever, but in all reality, you know, 1-star all the way to 5-star, there's nothing terribly impressive about her whatsoever. But when she gets that ability, then it starts to get stupid. Alright, so this is one of those characters where early on, she's very, very easily replaced. Very easily replaced. There's so many characters that do more damage to her. It's actually kind of sad as to how little damage she actually does. Man, she is chaining the hell out of this thing, isn't she? Whenever she finishes off an enemy, it charges her technique point gauge that much more, like a lot of other characters, and just bam, 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 bam. She murdered everybody. Murdered. But here's the thing. Even though early on, she's not that great of a character, that it changes. And you don't want to ignore this character at all. You could be spending resources, time, and everything, leveling her up, getting her star level up, and you won't use her in combat at all. I mean, any other DPS 2 or 3-star or whatever, natural, is going to do better than her. Her damage is that lackluster. It's that horrible. But the thing is, when she finally hits that 6-star, she goes from being like really, really pushed to the back, never used, to being like your primary super damage dealer. I mean, literally nobody except potentially Muimi compares to her in damage, and it also depends on the group. She gets incredibly fierce and incredibly deadly. So basically, when you're starting and mid-game, she's not terribly useful, but when it comes to end game, she is an absolute necessity. So even while you're just leveling up, going through that mid-game, just spend some time on her. Don't leave her behind. She is incredibly important later on. Oh man, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. And you know, I was actually really surprised when this character did that much damage. I mean, if you check another video of mine with the Green Dragon fight guide, she's right there up front, and in that turn she usually does like 6 million damage. She can be nutty. In a proper group, she's nutty, especially with the crits and the ability to hit multi-targets and with a huge amount of damage to the front. Take good care of Cat Girl. We'll see you in the next video.